See. Okay.
Phone stand.
Give me a second.
Little mixer.
Let me play this. This is dedicated to John.
Oh my god.
We some Mexican shit.
There was some pre-production today.
Yes.
Alright, let me get this done with. Welcome to another episode of Millennial Hipsters.
Que rico!
We got John. He's back from Mexico. And then we got V.
Yo, what's up?
And we got Jem.
Hey yo.
Alright, so I mean, I think we're just gonna dive right into it.
You look dark as fuck.
Yeah, darker than usual actually. Like, you know. Like,
You are purple.
I don't know. I personally don't see much of it.
Which is a good thing. Don't say we're not hating, but you
Look,
know.
my skin was looking nice over
He's
there.
glowing.
You're glowing. That's the word. That's the term.
Did the white people notice at work or anything?
I haven't gone into the office.
Okay. No, I just wanted to say that because when I went to Cuba in 2015 with Fugo and I came back a bit darker, the white people they all said, "Oh, you look well rested." I know what they meant. I definitely came back like darker, like.
Oh, I definitely look the opposite, bro.
Yeah, like you.
Not well rested.
Oh shoot, man! It was.
I'm alright now, but yeah. It
So
was,
how was the trip, man?
Yeah, man.
Wait, okay, where should we just start from?
The drugs.
Yeah, like where
I
do
was
we
gonna ask
start?
him to go through it day by day.
really, if you guys want to know what happened on the trip, you gotta ask me questions because there's like a million things.
That's what I'm saying.
True,
man.
true.
I'm pretty sure it was like a
You
big
wouldn't even know where to start.
Questions, like a
Whatever
interview
you
type
wanna
of
know, I can
format.
let you know.
All right.
Would you be willing to divulge the drugs you took?
Yeah,
Okay.
okay?
What was there? What was available?
you get anything.
Shit.
The white girl?
I'm pretty sure, man.
Oh, the
I
white
mean,
girl, yeah.
Oh shit!
It's
Oh,
Mexico.
damn, yeah.
I mean, Colombia is like right there.
Yeah, a lot of Colombianas over there.
I was actually offered coke on the first night in the strip club by
Yeah.
a random dude who was there,
Nice.
Okay.
and we went into the washroom
Okay.
to do it, and then I was hesitant, and then whatever.
Yeah.
You're really breaking it down.
Yeah.
But it was a bump. It wasn't like a line.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Just
So,
like,
I went into the
Snort.
stall with the dude, and then the fucking like one of the bouncers came in. I'm like, oh fuck, what the fuck? Like two guys in a stall. Obviously,
Yeah.
what are they doing?
Shit.
whoa.
And then the bouncer's like, hey, cocaina, you
Can
want?
we have
And then
some
he
too?
Pulled out,
Yeah.
pulled out some bags, and he's like, yo, you guys want? And he's trying to sell us
Wow.
Yo, did you get any like Mexican pizza?
Mexican pizza.
Yeah, did you get any
Yeah, we
Mexican
had some
pizza?
pizza,
You had some
bro.
pizza out there?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
What have you heard about Mexican
All right,
pizza?
man. Like I don't know about
I'm talking about
language
actual
right now.
pizza,
like,
man.
That's-
Language.
No, I know
Did you
he's
say
talking about
language?
pizza.
I'm talking about actual pizza.
But it's like
Oh,
people...
No, I mean like Mexican
Oh, it's
pizza.
actual pizza.
That's
Oh,
a-
shit. Okay, that
okay. He's not
pizza.
talking
Give me
about
Mexican
food.
pizza?
None
Or?
of that, man. I'm not paying for pizza.
Yeah.
Alright, I got you.
Happy International Women's
Something
Day.
to serve?
Oh yeah.
By the way.
Segue.
Everyone pulls. Okay, that's bad.
No, I'm just.
Yo, everyone just started tugging on their
That was for the
collars.
segue. I mean, the segue. But yeah, yeah. Shout out to all the women out there, man. Like, you know, keep doing your thing. Stay positive. You know, fight the good fight.
Fight men.
Fight. No. Fight club.
Oh my goodness. Why do we need a day for this? We need a
You
day
know what?
to just say thank you to women. Like it's just. Oh shit.
No, I talked to my sister about this today.
Okay.
I was just ask her like how she felt. I'm like, you know, like we have this one day here, and it's like, so what does that make the rest of the? What does that make the rest of the year?
Yeah.
And then I don't know. It just sort of
It's like with anything, like Black
Yeah.
History Month
What does that make? All
or
the other
Valentine's
ones,
Day. Like, is it just one day that
Right.
you celebrate those things?
yeah.
Yeah.
Her point was like, even if it's something that you don't want to celebrate on that day, it's better to have that reminder just on the calendar somewhere that, you know, guess
You're
what?
appreciated and like.
Yeah.
Or yeah, if you want to do it that day, like if there was nothing on the calendar, no holidays, nothing, you wouldn't set aside a day for any of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Even in your personal time, you wouldn't set aside a day for Christmas if it wasn't on the calendar. I'm saying, you know, to give people gifts or to show people love on Valentine's Day or whatever.
True.
If it wasn't there, would you
Yeah.
dress up on Halloween? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Well, Walmart has the Women's Day kiosks set up right now, so you can go check those out.
Do they?
They selling like Women's Day, like lighter Zippos. You know what I mean? Just
This is for all the dudes that fucked up on V-Day.
International Women's Day cards. I'm actually joking, but like I just feel
But
like
I feel like as soon as dudes trying to jump in on Women's Day, they're like, nah, this is our shit.
yeah,
You can't celebrate this shit.
shit, it's trash.
I think you'd fuck up more trying to, make up for it on Women's Day.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
From that point.
I don't know, we could go
So
either
it's
way.
Valentine's Day part 2, essentially.
Well,
Nah, don't do that.
yeah, and that's what I was saying, but I don't think that's
You're gonna get like assassinated after this podcast.
Shit. Okay.
Like, they're waiting for you outside the fucking window right now.
I'm gonna have some like
Tomorrow's
signs.
International Assassins Day.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
so you
Yeah.
can't get assassinated.
Right after.
Nicely played, women. Nicely played.
Nah, man, but really, shout out to all the ladies out there. Oh, those.
Jump.
All right.
Gunshot for y'all.
What other like what's some big shit that's been
What's
going
some,
on
like,
right now, man?
Hits.
Well, I always keep up with like the daily shit. So what happened today was South Korea. South Korea is reporting that. Sorry, I have to get back to the presidents and all this bullshit. Donald Trump and Kim Jong Il are supposed to meet. They're actually supposed to have like an actual face-to-face
my
fucking
God.
meeting.
Where?
I don't know, but South Korea is reporting this.
Yeah, the memes, bro. This is only good for the
To
meme
have them
universe.
in
That's
one
it.
room, like and pictures coming out. I don't know.
They're just trying to raise the meme economy.
That's what it is, right? Those are gonna be some valuable like. Because there's gonna be no cutting and pasting needed for those memes.
No,
They're gonna
all
be
you just
already
need
in
is the
same
picture.
room, you know what I mean?
But knowing with Kim Jong Il, isn't he all about like no pictures and shit? But Donald Trump.
shit. Yeah.
Well,
Donald Trump,
Donald
obviously.
Trump has like.
Well,
the
it depends
press.
where they're meeting. That's another thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't a.
Is
I
it
didn't-
Korea? Is it the States? Some undisclosed location in the middle.
Oh yeah, like a G20 like conference, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're in an underground bunker somewhere in
Just
fucking North
bubble
Korea.
wrapped.
So they can't nuke each other, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they send nukes to the
They're
base.
both bringing their nuke apps.
Yeah, like they're gonna show each other. This is a.
They're gonna measure each other's nukes.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, I have the button, and they have the app open, and they're just showing each other like this.
Oh, it's
the
an
whole
app.
time.
Oh shit!
It's a nuke
that
app,
lit.
of course.
And Stormy Daniels isn't gonna be there.
Oh shit!
Do you guys remember Stormy Daniels? Did you ever see any of her work
Please enlighten me. I have no idea.
like in high school?
I know the name, but
Just like one of those run-of-the-mill porn stars you come across. Just
Porn star?
blonde. Yeah, she's a porn star.
Oh.
that
Wait,
Donald Trump.
She's a classic one, like from
Yeah,
back in the
like
day?
from back in the
Oh,
day,
I
from
didn't
like
know.
early,
Yo, I
you
never
know?
heard of her until this shit.
humble, like pornographic movie days. You know what I mean? But it wasn't all this intense oil next, like borderline rape shit. Like,
slide.
speaking of International Women's Day, like,
Oh,
you know what I
jeez.
mean?
Oh god.
Yikes!
Yikes!
Yeah.
You don't even have a sound.
Yeah, I'm like looking
Yeah,
like,
right?
oh, fuck.
There's no sound. That's how powerful yikes is. The yikes movement is exploding, actually, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. If you don't say yikes, you will soon. And you're going to spread it to your friends like a
Yikes.
fucking infection, honestly.
Yo, there's a whole cult of you guys.
Yeah, man.
You
it's
showed me
nuts.
that the other day. I'm like,
It's insane.
people like
We found a Facebook group
How
for
many-
people who say yikes.
how many people are subscribed to that group?
Oh, that's a good question. I
Is that a
haven't-
Oh, shit.
Facebook group?
Yeah.
Yikes, I don't
Yeah.
even know.
A couple hundred, I'm thinking.
Couple
So-
hundred?
It's called.
I'd ask you that.
Yeah,
Look
you
it
know,
up
it has,
now.
like, a logo
I'm gonna
and
guess a
everything.
couple
It's not going to
thousand.
do that, though. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess a couple thousand.
But no matter what it is, it's gonna grow like crazy.
It's called Only Say Yikes or
A
something.
group where you can only say yikes. 39.1k members.
But me personally, I don't.
Holy, that
Almost 40.
trash.
I don't like the yikes thing, man. Every time I hear
Anti-yikes.
That's what I'm saying. There's some anti-yikers.
every
out
time
there.
I hear it, every time I say it, it's just negative.
They're anti-yikers.
Yeah.
And you belong on Yikers next to Rikers Island.
Yikers.
No, I'm just joking. But they're anti-Yikers. And like,
Yikes.
they're like, yo, stop with the yikes, bro. I don't like the yikes. And then 10 seconds later, they're saying it. It's so weird.
of course.
I've actually had that happen to me.
Probably gonna happen to me.
Those are the people that like, you know, like, yo, that's whack,
Mhm.
and then they bite it, and then
Mhm.
they use it on the like,
They, like,
by
randomly,
themselves.
they don't even realize they just said it. They're like, oh, yikes. Like, you know, and then it becomes a causal
Yikes.
yikes.
I don't like yikes.
I rolled up on someone I hadn't spoken to in a while, and she hadn't heard me say yikes, and I just said yikes, and she's like, yikes, what is that? Yikes. And something happened, and she was like, yikes. You know what I mean? So then she started sending it to me on WhatsApp. I was like, okay, this is like, it's dangerous, this yikes thing. Because if you haven't heard, someone say
I've admitted it. I've said it a couple times.
yikes.
I stick to my.
I swear you said it today. I hate to blow you up.
My thing is wowzers.
My thing is just wow.
No.
I think that's in the same camp as yikes.
No, I think yikes is really coming up in the race,
You don't
man.
say wowzers. First
You
of all.
never say wowzers.
Hear
That's a
this,
real...
dude.
Well, I would say it in real life. I say it on the internet.
Okay, well
That's a few
okay.
This conversation is trash.
Okay,
let's
fine.
move on.
Okay, yikes.
Yikes, period.
Did anything happen over the week? I know you guys are posting stuff to the group, but I was I beat Monster Hunter, so I'm gonna.
Give us a synopsis.
Holy
I beat
shit, you finished the game?
Well, I mean, like there's after game stuff, but I mean,
You
like
beat the end game.
yeah, the main end quest line is
But you can still level up and shit.
yeah.
So no spoilers, but like, how was the experience of the campaign side?
Overall, man, give it your IGN.
I liked it.
IGN fucking
Auto
rating.
10.
I liked it. I mean, I give it a 8.
Out of 10? Okay.
Out of all the games you've ever played ever in your whole life, is what you're saying. 8.
Okay, you're talking about games
Out
like
of games
ever?
like this.
It's an RPG.
No,
right?
you gotta
It's a-
rate it against everything else.
That's what it is,
single
right?
game?
Yeah.
That's not even fair,
Super
bro.
Mario World SNES. How does it stack up?
Like, I mean, I can't put this up against COD or any shooters. First of all, so I'm just gonna put it in its own class for RPGs.
Fine.
I'm putting Skyrim for me. Skyrim's up
Mario.
there.
Yeah,
Skyrim's like number 1, and then I'd put this at like number 4 or 5. Actually, this is actually a pretty good game.
Really good game.
The
Top
thing is,
5?
man.
Top 5 RPG.
sure, yeah, top 5.
shit.
If I
In
put
life. In life?
yeah.
Okay.
I think I
Top
put it there.
5
I mean,
rappers of all time.
because there's so much after stuff to do. Like, you're just trying to get the best armor at the end game. It is a grindy game. Like, if I didn't have the time, I wouldn't be able to beat it in like 2
I
weeks.
appreciate you for saying that.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people who have the game who haven't started the game. A couple of you guys. I was talking to Shay Fan like 2 days ago, and I was just telling him where I'm at, and he's like, "I didn't beat the T-Rex yet." I'm like, "Shit, man."
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. And you know how deep he gets.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Even Fugo, I passed him.
yeah.
Like week 1, he was like, killing shit for me.
Yeah.
And
Yikes. You didn't even... Sorry, I'm so sorry.
No,
that was like a yikes offense just now. But
That was an offensive one.
yeah,
but-
it was.
But yeah, like in conclusion, man, I'd say still play the game. I'd even start a new character
Yo, sick.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yo, if everyone could quickly name your top 5 RPGs, or I wouldn't say RPGs, but like
just
video
go-
games,
go games
video
of all
games
time?
of all time.
Bro, that's
Top 5.
that's
And we
something
can change it.
crazy
We
to
can change
pull
it
out
this week.
right on a
This
whim.
is not.
like,
This is not a temp. This is not like a set in stone thing.
This is just a quick
quick
5. All right, fine. If I have to do a quick 5,
Holy shit!
I'd put Halo 3
Okay.
at number 1 for. I'm just doing shooters because that's
Okay, you're starting at
all
1.
time
Alright.
of every
I'm
single thing.
sorry.
Good.
Quick
Or
ones.
should I do 5 to 1? I don't know. Whatever. Quick.
Halo 3's in there.
Halo 3, yeah, is in there. Black Ops 1 and 2.
Okay.
And then for 2 more, I just throw in Skyrim in there.
Yeah.
And number 5 of all time? I'm just gonna leave that spot open.
Yeah. Okay. What about you?
I can't.
Can you do a
I
top
think
3?
5 games. What's your top 3?
5 was kind of.
Like what games
And
sticks
of all
out to
time,
you?
not of any console of all time.
You
That's
know?
a crazy question, but like I'm trying to go ahead.
You can think of 2 at least.
Yeah.
2? I mean, like, I could say some now, but
Yeah,
I
then-
go back and think about it, and it's probably gonna change.
Yeah.
You think your rendition, your list is gonna be trash right now in the state that you're in? Is what you're saying?
Yeah. Oh, top. Fuck. Paper Mario.
Wow. Sick.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's why I
something-
like these lists.
that's
That
something
is why I
different.
like these lists. You
That's
know what I
something
mean?
different.
And that you can kind of withhold one.
I established that rule.
Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
You guys are. Yeah,
Okay.
64.
That's two
64,
Nintendo
okay.
games. Two Nintendo games.
So we see where you coming from now
Halo,
with the whole.
probably the first one.
So you're trying to put a box on.
Halo Combat Evolved.
Okay, the first one, baby.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two more.
I don't have that.
Just one, really, if you really are having
It's-
trouble right now.
It's hard to rate like games that really like
Stuck out to you, man,
like-
you know?
The
Yeah.
Walking Dead, the Telltale. one,
Wow, okay, right.
Season 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's what I'll give you for now. But
Yeah.
like, I come back and think about it. And
I had a lot of time to think about this in
Yeah,
circle.
I know.
We brewing our list over here.
I've
Like,
been thinking about it for like 2 weeks since
Yeah.
John's been away. I just hits us
we
up
have
with
a
it now.
pad out right now. No, I'm gonna say MGS one.
Yeah.
The first one on
See,
PlayStation 1.
So Metal Gear
Before you
Solid.
say your
is
list,
lit.
there's the games I mentioned are ones that I've actually finished. There's a
Yeah,
lot of good
absolutely.
games that
Absolutely.
I didn't finish.
Absolutely. I
Okay.
would say it's fair that would probably narrow your list down to ones you've actually finished.
I think that counts too, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, just
Right, it does.
gotta interject here. I have a pet peeve with people who buy games and not finish them. I mean,
But before you say what you're gonna say, you guys fucking buy Call of Duty and you don't even touch the
okay,
campaign.
all right.
Two of your games in your list.
Oh
Two of
my
the games in your
God.
list were Call of Duty. I
You know
guarantee
what?
you to play one mission in the campaign.
Yikes!
Campaign, like, jeez.
That's it. That's the response.
I see where it comes from.
The only campaign I played was for the first Black Ops, and that was because, remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but PSN was down for like 3 weeks or like a month or something like that. And that's the only reason why I played the campaign. And no, I didn't finish the campaign.
Nice.
All right, I'm off that.
Um,
Jams list? You have a
yo,
list?
what's
Wait,
Michelle didn't finish.
Wait, you
Oh,
didn't say shit.
I'm gonna say MGS one.
Okay.
Then I have to throw Street Fighter 2 Turbo and SNES in there, and I would say Parasite Eve 1. That game was sick.
Oh yeah.
And then
I don't
I'm
even
probably
know.
gonna do
That's
Point Blank on PlayStation 1, where like you just had like you had the guns. I remember when Hugo had the guns and we were like shooting at his TV. That was like loads of fun. And fuck, like one of the old ones, one of the sick ones. Maybe like that dude in space, and he was like a jock. Blasto. Remember that Blasto game?
Blast.
And he was dressed in red.
Yeah,
he was in red. Yeah, it was such like a throwback classic.
Jam, I remember I played Blast
I watched you play it. You
Yeah.
killed it.
for like PS1, right?
It was such a weird game
Yeah,
to me.
it was a
like,
weird game.
He was like Johnny Bravo / Batman or something.
and it was like a dark. It was like very dark in color, but like vibrant. It was nuts.
Do you remember that? Yeah. Oh, we
Blasto?
This is the
Right?
first time hearing of it.
Were you in like another country when these games came out?
PS1.
Were you living somewhere else?
PS era, I was on 64.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel
Oh,
you.
he's a
I feel
64
you.
guy.
He's a
Okay, I
64
get it.
man still. Okay.
Oh, also, I
Only
wanna,
the rich. Sorry, aren't only the rich kids like
feel you. Seen that.
experienced both,
Yeah. So true.
like
Yeah,
the PS1
I see.
and the
Yeah.
fucking
those were the kids. No.
and the.
I will
64.
say the rich kids already had that in 64. I found more rich kids had that in 64 because like the games were like pretty expensive
Yeah.
and like they were better. I would say they were
Yeah.
graphically better than the PS1.
and you couldn't
PS1
mod it.
and you couldn't mod it. So that
Yeah.
system had more value.
But mind you, I didn't have many games on 64.
Yeah. But
But,
the supersonic out of these world kids had both systems.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
and your parents would either buy you one or the other. So it's like you fall into either camp. I find that like when I talk to people about this.
Nah, for
Those
real.
supersonic kids would also have a Sega Saturn. You know, nobody
They
else
have,
had that
like-
shit.
I remember
that's
every
like next
fucking thing.
level.
And
There was this game where you
Nobody-
were running through like a sewer and killing rats on the Sega CD, I think, or the Sega Saturn.
I've never had it.
One of my
Never-
cousins, like,
shit.
he was having a big party and he wanted to look super cool, so he rented the Sega Saturn
Oh,
from like
shit.
Blockbuster, the
Oh.
system. He rented it and then he rented the game and shit.
Yeah. So you had the 64 in a couple games, right?
Yeah,
I wanted
no one bought
to
it.
throw an honorable mention in there. Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah.
Right. I've heard a lot about
That was
that game.
great. And Perfect Dark. What about Perfect Dark? That was a sick game too, right?
Perfect
And
Dark.
obviously GoldenEye too.
Multiplayer insane.
Yeah. See these top 5 lists. It's like
Perfect
you know,
Dark?
Yeah.
in
Yeah, it was. That's a. Oh man, I didn't play enough of that as a kid.
There was
man.
this laptop gun you could throw on the wall like a turret
Yeah.
Oh
and just
yeah.
plant it in places.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I love that
Crazy.
shit.
Yeah.
But yo, top 5.
Okay, top 5. Oh shit. Okay, I'm taking the stand right now. All right.
Yikes.
Yikes.
That's gonna be a different list too.
Not
Parappa the Rat.
not as different as you think. I would say Halo 3.
Yeah.
This is in no order whatsoever.
Was Halo 3 like some double wheel? That was some double wielding shit came out, right?
The double gun.
And then
Those
Halo
Halo 2.
The Halo 2.
Either.
But in Halo 3, they upped it. I don't know, the graphics were a little bit better.
The multiplayer was crazy.
The multiplayer
I
was
felt that they had
insane.
like way more players that you could play with,
Yeah.
way more
That
maps.
one was on 360. No,
360,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what we were killing it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and V would go into like free for all
Right.
and kill everybody.
Okay.
Anyways,
So-
Tap.
Yeah. Halo 3, Super Mario World for the SNES.
That one, yeah. That's the one.
For PlayStation. Fuck.
You guys had Reloaded. I remember that game.
we had a
Yeah, that was a good game. I would say Twisted Metal 4
Yeah, you guys
Oh
had
yeah, that didn't even make it on my list.
Yeah.
because you could like really modify everything. With
I
that
like
game.
Axel.
Yeah. Twisted Metal 4. Fuck, 2 more.
Yikes. So do I.
I don't know. I'm just gonna throw in Black Ops 2
Yeah, for sure.
and fuck. Definitely has to be a racing game in there.
Fight for NY.
Ridge Racer 4?
No.
Def Jam Fight for NY.
We actually didn't play
the
the
Need for Speed.
You know what? Test Drive 6.
The Wu-Tang
Drive
fighting
6?
game. Test Drive, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a.
We played that
Between
one.
Test Drive 6 and Mario Kart.
Okay.
I'll split those two.
Wow.
Test Drive 6 and Mario Kart.
Okay.
Yeah,
Original
five
Mario Kart or
racers.
64 Mario Kart?
The original Mario Kart. That's what I grew up on.
SNES.
Yeah, SNES.
Yeah.
That's the first one.
I think,
But,
yeah, we've beaten everyone over the heads with video games.
Can we take a washroom break?
Oh my
Sure,
god.
alright.
Pause.
Pause it.